Marilyn Grant from Anthony, Florida, has been a volunteer and leader in Farm Bureau for nearly 40 years. First serving on the board of Marion County Farm Bureau in 1976. She was also the first female board president for Marion County some 20 years ago. But even before that, Marilyn and her husband Brainerd were farmers, and they were a strong team, raising cattle, peanuts, and hay, along with 3 active daughters.
Marilyn and Brainerd were a team. It was either Brainerd and Marilyn or Marilyn and Brainerd. And the joke around town was that Brainerd might have acted like he was the farmer, but Marilyn did most of the farming. She would drive a tractor like any man. She could farm, and it was always, everybody would talk about how Marilyn would work the farm along with Brainerd. And she was an amazing farmer. She was not just a farmer's wife. She was a farmer that was married to another farmer.
She was a very active person on the farm. During the harvest time of the year, Brainerd was a peanut farmer like myself and had cattle and hay and feed crops for their livestock. Well, during the harvest season, if you came to see the Grants, if they were baling hay, Marilyn could be running the baler, baling hay. Or if it's peanut picking time, and I see there's some news articles on the table in there that she was running the peanut combine, and that's not an easy task.
Over the years, she dedicated thousands of hours to dozens of causes, including her county fair, Ag Venture, Ag in the Classroom, the Marion County Peanut Association, and her church. And through a special talent, she was able to get others to enthusiastically follow her lead.
She has a way about her to where she can get people to do things for her and with her, and I think it's the enthusiasm that she has. She just loves it so much and has such a deep passion for ag that it's contagious, and people want to help her to get things accomplished, but she has so many really good ideas.
She wore so many different hats, and she was so good at all of them. She put 100% into what her roles were, and she never let the family or her church falter because of it.
Even in the later stages of her life, she is still active and still busy in the business of encouraging people.
Anytime the name Marilyn Grant is mentioned, people are quick to sing her praises. Because she could get a job done, she was tapped for many state and national committees. But her community was her first love. She was a 4-H leader for more than a decade and was inducted into the Marion County Ag Hall of Fame.
It's hard to realize, I think her profession was being a volunteer. I don't know how she had time to raise a family and be a wife, but she did.
While Marilyn's relentless dedication to agriculture is evident, she's been equally giving of her time to her church over the years, particularly a program dear to her heart, Campers on a Mission, volunteering on numerous construction projects and serving at week-long youth camps.
She's a champion among the farm community.
She always had that perception that she could do it, and because of that attitude, she always came through.
She was always willing to do whatever she needed to do, and she never asked anybody to do anything she wasn't willing to do herself. She was a flashback to the old volunteer that there's so few of today.
Marilyn truly has had an influence in a way that probably we will never be able to measure.
As a 15-year breast cancer survivor, farmer, mother, wife, and lifelong volunteer to her faith and her vocation of agriculture, Marilyn Grant is a treasured example of all that is important in life. Marilyn has no boundaries when it comes to giving, serving, and helping others. Florida Farm Bureau is proud to name Marilyn Grant a 2016 Distinguished Service Award recipient.